What's up, everyone? Welcome to Wing It Motorsports Garage. We're back here in the garage again. It's a rainy day outside. It's not a track day or nothing like that. So anyways, we thought we'd get some work done. So what we got here is Caleb Arhan's car, fellow teammate. He's not here at the moment. He'll be here after work today. What we're going to basically be doing is taking this skanky whole set turbo, tossing it to the side, and we're going to put a nice little Garrette turbo on there. So that's kind of the plan for this weekend. He's got a few goodies for this car. Right now it's making around, I think, 340, he said in a different video prior to this. So we're wanting to push that closer to what my RB is making, around 400 on like a low boost setup. So we're gonna get that all put together, then we're gonna take it down to our buddy Forrest Lester down in Memphis, and tune by Forrest. He does a few FD cars. He's done all my cars since I don't know, last 10 years almost. So anyway, he's really good. He's been tuning me and Caleb's cars, pretty much the whole time. So really good guy. Anyways, so the plan for this is to bigger turbo. I am going to mod out the downpipe to make it fit, and then build the intercooler piping, and then the the intake tube pipe. And then I think probably that's mostly what I'm going to try to get done today before he gets here. He's got a new Koyo 2-pass radiator sitting here. He's got all the intercooler piping that I need for to cut up, mod, a few boxes full of just AN parts for the heater lines, all that sort of thing. So looking forward to getting this done. This car's gonna be real badass. I'm very excited on this thing. So we did a little walk around on this car before, but just to kind of show you guys, and again, it's kind of a street style S13. It's got, I'd say, half the interior in it. This is a car I did a cage a long time ago, a couple years ago or whatever. This thing's had a long run. So this car was owned by a buddy of ours from Eric Lee. He stuffed it in the wall at a Gateway road course event, and basically what happened was took all this nose of this car and twisted it this way. And so what we did was Caleb bought it. I took it to a frame shop, had him straighten it all up back to spec, and then I went back in, cut all the tubs out, and I did all the tub work. And then of course Caleb did all the finish work with the paint and everything, all the Bondo, smoothed it all out. And then it was an SR car at the time. He ran that for a couple years, and then he swapped the 1J into it. So the paint work was done by him. He did all this, pretty good stuff. This is actually his first paint job he's ever done. And he went with the two-tone classic, so looks pretty good. I think these are GM color codes, so if you guys are interested in if your guys want to try to paint match something like this, you can always contact him at Caleb Arhan on Instagram. So, and then these are the Adhoen wheels, I think. They match front and rear. Pretty sure they're 18 by 10.5s, I believe, with like a 15 offset, something like that. So, but anyways, yeah, so back to it. Pretty simple setup. It's all factory wiring, that sort of thing. So he keeps all his gauges. Most everything works. Pretty simple setup, but his car rips. So you can see back here, he's got this thing all real nice and clean and tidy. That's kind of his style. I try to keep everything going. So that's the plan for today. We're going to try to get this stuff done. As for my car, so if you guys have been paying attention at all on Instagram, I have had some issues with that thing. So went to Gateway, blew a head gasket. Probably blew the head gasket before I even got the Gateway, but it wasn't noticeable until I actually started ripping on it with the track. So parked it for the rest of the day. I found out it was number 4 cylinder I had popped, and then I ripped open the head, and it was very clear it was number 6 also. So popped the head gasket in 2 spots, which also was going to pop in a couple other spots, but I showed that in a prior video, I think, too. So anyways, I put an ARP head stud kit on it, cleaned the heads, checked them and everything. It seemed fine as far as I could tell. I should have probably took it to a machine shop. I didn't. I was trying to get it back together before the next drift event, for the IFO. And then we put a new head gasket. It was a Tomei metal head gasket. I ran it for I don't know, a few test drives. It seemed fine. Everything was working correctly. And then I took it for another test drive, and I kind of ran it hard to really test it, and it looked like I popped number 4 again. So something with my head must be a little tweaked. Either it's warped, or I don't know, maybe there's a small crack that I didn't see before. I'm not really sure. So anyways, that motor was kind of on its way out anyway. After getting it all back together, I ran a compression test across the board. It was sitting at about 110 on a snap-on compression tester. So it's very, very low. The rings are just kind of wore, and I always knew that motor was kind of on its way out, so I was hoping it would last a little longer, but it didn't. But anyways, I ordered a new one. It came from a JDM Dallas, and they seem to have pretty good reviews. I've never used them before. I'm hoping that it all checks out. So I ordered another Neo motor. It was like $1,500 shipped. It's an all-wheel drive motor. It should work pretty well. I think I got to change a couple things, but nothing much. And then, so what's crazy is I got it on Thursday, which is just a couple days ago, and the motor itself was hang on, let me switch hands. So the motor itself looked like a Neo, and to my conclusion was a late R33 Series 3 RB25. They're really rare. I looked them up. They pretty much, it was like the end of the build era for the R33 style motors. So the whole long block intake and everything like that was for R33, the sensors and stuff like that. But it has Neo valve covers, Neo timing cover, and that sort of thing. So it looks like a Neo if you just kind of glance at it and really, and I think that's what might have happened with that company. They might not have even noticed it at all when they were labeling the motors as they came in. So I called up the company. They were real cool about it. They shipped me that day an actual Neo. We made sure it was right, and they sent it out that day, and I'll have it, I guess after the weekend. So, and then all I gotta do is just ship the one back with the, with the shipping company. So it should work out pretty good. I did compression test that motor. It was really, really, really clean. As far as I could tell, it probably been a great motor. It's just that I couldn't use it for my tune and all that stuff. So the compression on that motor was like 170, 180 all the way across. So, I mean, as far as I can tell, that company seems pretty legit to me. The customer service was right on point and all that sort of thing. So kind of give them a shout out to that, and I'll add that to the next video whenever I get the new motor here and and test that and show you guys. So anyways, that's it for right now. When I get back on here, hopefully Caleb will be here and we'll be working on the turbo. I'm hoping to have it bolted up by the time I get the next video in, and hopefully have the intercooler pipe and everything made. So stay tuned.